Ukraine's president has called for more military aid faster at the Munich Security Conference, while his German counterpart calls for caution.
18 migrants have been found dead in a truck in Bulgaria. They were among 40 people being smuggled into the country, hidden under bundles of wood.
As the earthquake death toll passes 40,000 in Syria and Turkey, EU nations step up their aid to help survivors.
A sense of urgency hangs over this weekend's Munich Security Conference as the war in Ukraine approaches the one-year mark. And the country's president is appealing to allies to send more weapons faster. Kyiv depends on military aid from the West in its fight against Russian forces.
We need the speed of our agreements, speed of our delivery to strengthen our speed of decisions to limit Russian potential. There is no alternative to speed, because it is the speed that the life depends on. There is no alternative to Ukrainian victory. There is no alternative to Ukraine and in the EU. There is no alternative to Ukraine in NATO.
Because now it's a great pleasure.
But German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has warned Western leaders to be cautious when it comes to Moscow, saying the war is dangerous. The annual three-day event brings together around 40 world leaders and diplomats from over 100 countries, excluding Russia. Its representatives will not make an appearance, choosing not to come last year and not receiving an invitation this time around.
18 migrants have been found dead in a truck in Bulgaria. Officials say they were among 40 people hidden inside the van under bundles of wood. The cause of their death has not been announced. The truck was abandoned near the village of Lakorsko, about 20 kilometers from the capital, Sofia. The smugglers who fled are being actively sought, authorities say, while the injured occupants were taken to hospital. Bulgaria is a gateway to the European Union and has seen an upsurge in illegal immigration over the past year.
11 days after devastating earthquakes hit Turkey and Syria, the focus of international efforts is increasingly shifting to helping survivors. Food and other essential supplies are now getting through to places like Adana in Turkey, but there are still major obstacles to reaching more remote places. The first shipments of EU aid are also making their way to Syria. On board this vessel arriving in Beirut from Italy are 16 containers stocked with tents, heaters and other vital winter items bound for the affected zone.
Multiple planes has been landing in the last days in Beirut and also in Gaziantep. Two logistic hubs has been activated so that we can gather the donation of European countries in Beirut to deliver in Damascus and in Gaziantep to deliver in the northwest of Syria.
But it will be some time yet before temporary shelter can be found for people across devastated parts of the country.
The water and air over Ohio are not polluted. That's the message from the U.S. government, who are trying to reassure residents of East Palestine, a town in Ohio near the Kentucky border. It is reeling after a train derailed 2 weeks ago and leaked toxic chemicals into the air and earth. This message was repeated by the state's Environmental Protection Agency.
We do have the municipal well test back. That probably happened while you were in transit, and the water, we are not showing any evidence of any contaminants.
But officials have been widely criticized for reacting slowly, and the Democratic Party is demanding accountability from the railway company.
The important thing to me is that we hold, as the administrator said, that we hold Norfolk Southern accountable. That means accountable for the test for people to move back in, accountable for all the cleanup that will take weeks.
Tensions are running high in the town that is home to 5,000 inhabitants since the incident on February 3rd. Numerous train wagons burst into flames. Residents living close to the track are calling for the railway company to pay for damages.